So I'm having a really hard time deciding what my video should be about today. I was kind of thinking yesterday that I should ask a question about how to reach out to the people at my college. I am at my college center right now, and I feel slightly awkward because there are people passing and I wonder how many people are listening to me. So I wonder about how to make my college my home, or if I should try to belong here. I'm thinking I'm only going to be at this college for a semester, but I still definitely want to love the people that I'm with. And I want to stay open to opportunities. So let's suppose that my question is actually about reaching out in my college. On a Sunday afternoon, I went to a C.S. Lewis club, which is really awesome. That's the only club that I'm going to right now, but I actually think I'm going to stick with it. So on Sunday, it was the first meeting of the semester, and we were all talking about the voyage of the Dawn Treader. And the club is really small, there's only like 6 people, but it kind of reminded me of the Wheatstone small groups because we just kind of talked. There was one leader of the discussion, he asked questions about, well, what do you think the symbolism means in this part of the book? It was super interesting. One thing that we talked about was, why did Eustace become lonely? In the beginning of the book, Eustace is kind of satisfied in himself, and he thinks other people are lame and useless. But as the book progresses and as he becomes a dragon, he gets lonely. So I think that loneliness, in a sense, is a good thing, because loneliness will bring us into community with people. Another thing we were talking about is, what is the symbolism of the Dawn Treader? And we discussed that it was kind of like a community that was all built into one place. The people kind of had to interact with each other because they were contained. And I think that's a contrast to the general world that we live in, because you can choose to isolate yourself. And you could also choose to isolate yourself on the Dawn Treader, like what Eustace did, but the people were all working together and they were united by a common purpose. And then we also were talking about the spirit being like the wind that moves the ship, or water being like the grace that holds them up. At least that was my idea. Another thing that super interested me was about the premise of the book, that there were 7 lords that Caspian was trying to find. And it actually reminded me of Don Miller's book, A Million Miles in 1,000 Years, where he's trying to make his life into a good story. And one of the places that he starts is by looking at the loose ends in his life. So by pursuing the unfinished story about his relationship with his father, that brought him into a greater completion and closure. And so what I'm thinking is that by searching for unity within our lives, we end up finding adventure. Alright, so that's the C.S. Lewis Society. At first, I wasn't exactly sure what to think of it because, the people don't all think the same way that I do, or they don't all have the same perspective towards Christianity. But I think that's what charms me so much about it. I'm like, what? C.S. Lewis Society at my campus? That's amazing. Okay, other ways to reach out. I want to be simple-minded. I want to believe that it really isn't that hard to reach out, or to adjust, or to belong. I want to trust that friendships and opportunities will come. And they have before when I've gone to other county college classes. I want to just be myself. Thankfully, I have faith in a God who is very real. So that is really all I have to say today. I know it's not much, and the question's kind of vague. Bye.